Okay, good evening everyone. So we're here on the ground at Brussels and I'm in the A32NX made by Fly-by-Wire. VATSIM's on. We're not connected yet though because... Ooh, that was strange with the jetway there. Because we've not got the engine on. We're going to do a cold and dark start. It's been a while since I've done a cold and dark, so we'll get that done now. And hopefully show you guys if anything has changed since the last time I did a cold and dark start with the A32NX. So let's get inside the cockpit first of all. Hey Grant, how's it going, mate? Yeah, good to see you. I'm good, thank you. Alright, so you can see here inside the aircraft, cold and dark. Now, first thing that's going to be available is external power there, whether you use the pushback helper or not. And you select power. I'll do it just for a bit of realism anyway. I'll bring the power module forward, but you can press that and then on comes the power. Okay, so any white lights you see at the top have to go off. First of all, this thing is loud as hell now.
Direct Cannon, Echo 25 Golf.
Okay, so I'll turn some audio down here. Okay, so white lights have to go off, so we'll start with the fuel pumps. Let's just get them off. Should have started batteries really there. And then crew supply off there. Okay, next thing we need to do is get the APU on. So APU bleed on, master switch on, and start on. Hey Stephen, how's it going, mate? Alright, happy with that? All we're going to do is get the overhead lights on at the top. See the lights come on. And then I'm going to get the seatbelt sign, no smoking sign, double click. And arm the emergency exit lights. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Last thing to do at the top here is just the normal lights. So I'm going to turn on the Nav Lights. There's that one. I'm then going to turn on the wing ice lights just because I like to do it like that. And I do turn them off before we take off. Okay. So what you can hear is the APU starting up. Alright. You should be able to see the lights now. Yeah, there we go. So very faintly I can see green. And I can see red. Okay, and there are actually ice lights come on as well, but there you go. There's the wing ice lights. So I may as well turn them off, you can barely see them anyway. Occasionally, Grant, occasionally. Okay, so one more thing I need to do at the top. Very important. ADIRS, nav, all three of them. Ooh. Okay, and then what you see is what that does is basically it allows the screens to work here. And what you see is it says IR in align 7 minutes. Okay, so that will take 7 minutes to align. Okay, you can change that. Alright, but I've got it on the realistic settings. So it's going to take me 7 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do now is turn on the EFB. Okay, and I'm going to bring over my sim brief information. So I might have to type that in again. Let's just get in there. Yeah, let's get this in.
Eurowings 15 Foxtrot, turn right heading 090 for sequencing. Eurowings 15 Foxtrot, right 090.
Okay, there we go. There's the flight that we're going to do today from SimBrief. Happy days.
15 Foxtrot, 2,000 feet or greater.
Okay, and then I've got my OFP in there as well. Alright, let's set up the MCDU then. To set up this MCDU, you need to have entered your SimBrief ID in the options menu. Mine's in there, I'm not going to click it, but it's in there basically in the options menu, set up SimBrief. You can also go to that menu to allow you to change how quickly the IR aligners. Alright, but we're going to go for the setup of the MCDU now. Okay, so this is assuming you've already entered your SimBrief username. Okay, all we're going to do is click ATSU on the left. No, we're not. First of all, apologies. Go to init first of all. I'm getting confused with all the aircraft I've been flying. So init first of all, and then init request. Okay, and you'll see all the information that comes up as it's supposed to there. Right, now we can go back to the main menu, so MCDU menu, ATSU, AOC menu, perf weight and balance, okay, and it should all just load up here. Now what you do want to check is on this OFP, you want to check it's the same. So the main thing I'm looking for is block fuel 6154, so block fuel 6154, happy days. Okay, so I'm happy with that load. Alright, and then I'm going to go to page 2, payload 59.7. So 59.7, there it is, 0 fuel weight, happy days. So 59.7, load that, and then I'm going to hit perf. No, init B. Hey, init B, there we go. So first of all, 59.7 over 30, and then the block fuel, I can't remember what it was, 6.1. 6.1. Okay, that's all I need to enter for fuel. That will now calculate itself. Okay, and there it all is. Fuel now put in automatically, good to go. Now we can go to perf. Alright, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go flaps 1. Going to set the temperature, flex to temp 59, and then I'm going to just double click these. So you see if I press it, a speed comes up there. Press it again. And there. If you enter these manually, that's fine, but it may tell you if the V-speeds do not agree. Okay, now it constantly says GPS primary lost because the IR is not aligned yet. It's going to take another 6 minutes yet for this to be aligned and these to work properly. Okay, Martin again, mate. I'm sorry, we've got the flight set. The flight is set from Brussels to London City. I've filed the flight plans. I can't just do it, mate. I cannot. I cannot. Next phase. Okay, I'm just going to check that this is as I need it. I'm not going to do anything with these pages until the approach, which we'll do later on. Okay, so don't worry about that for now. The only thing I'm going to change in here is the VAP, which is the V approach speed. I'm going to change that to 140. I want that a little bit faster. Okay, and we'll leave everything else as it is. Okay, so all we need to do now is flight plan, and we need to enter the departures and arrivals. You need to know what departures and arrivals you're taking. Okay, for me at the moment it is down as the Heli 7 Charlie departure from runway 25 right. Now I'm going to enter that. I don't know if it'll be right by the time I contact the controller, but we'll see. So 25 right, Heli 7 Charlie, there it is. Okay, happy days. It's asking for a SID. We've just put that in, so insert, and that should now be in there, but it won't show up obviously until it's properly loaded. So it's a very simple departure this, so there is only one point, which is where the USRs come up to. Okay, but I'll have to check that when it has loaded up and we've got the IR line in there. Okay, so that is the Did I not zoom in? I thought it was pretty zoomed in. I just use the mouse zoom, I don't do the cockpit zoom. Okay, so that's the MCDU pretty much set there. So let's just have a quick look through. So what you can do is you can do position if it's on here. I don't know if we can do it. No, you don't do it in this aircraft, you don't need to. Can you see it alright or not? I can see it pretty clearly. Okay, so the perf's in. Init A and B is in. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Flight plan's in. One thing to check as well is the ILS frequency. Okay. Especially for landing. Alright, maybe not so important just now, but you do want to check that you've got the correct ILS frequency. So we're supposed to be going to runway 27. So let's just have a look. 27 is 111.15. Now I imagine that will go in when I enter destination arrival. So arrival is runway 27, and the arrival process is Sumu 1 Charlie at the moment. That could change. Sumu 1 Charlie, there it is. And how are we going in? I'll have to have a quick look. Via Jacko, there it is. Insert. Okay, now if I go on RadNav. Alright, that's not changed. We'll leave it as is. We'll see what happens, if anything changes at all. If I need to later on, I'll change it through the flight. Is that because you're on mobile, Grant? It should be full screen, man. I don't know. That's a strange one. Okay, but that is pretty much active. Okay, at the moment, secondary flight plan isn't in there. Fuel pred's all automatically done because we entered the weight and balance. And let's just have a look. ATC com. That's to send you messages and that. We don't need to send any for now. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'll leave it on the flight plan page there. Okay, so as you still see, we're waiting for the IR align here. So 1 minute to go until this will be usable. Alright, we've still got to wait for that. And obviously it's telling me that the cabin door is open as well. Okay, what you can see here is if I click on the APU, right, you can see the APU is running 100%, flap is open and the bleed is on. So what I can do is I can turn external power off now. We no longer need that. Okay, and I can disconnect that from outside as well. So send that power unit away. Okay, from there then, what I need to do is enter a bit of information here, and then we'll look at contacting the VATSIM controllers. So first of all, there we go, that's now aligned. What I will do now it is aligned is just have a little look at the plan to leave, to get us to Helen, and just check it looks correct. So Helen 7 Charlie, almost an immediate turn. Yep, happy days, that's exactly as we want it. Okay, I'll leave that as is for now. Okay, so I'm going to turn on constraints. They're just altitude constraints. I'd prefer that on for when we're approaching. And I'm also going to set the QNH, which is available on the EFB. So QNH at the moment is 1023, so let's get that in. That's the local QNH. Alright, from there then, the way I'm going to fly is I fly with altitude and speed set manually. So I'm going to set the altitude to 4,000, normally about right. And then I'm going to hit down to set that in. I'm then going to set the speed to 250 because we're going to be below 10,000 for a while, and that is the speed constraints. And I'm also going to press down on that. I'm going to turn... No, flight directors are already on, so I don't need to turn them on. Happy days. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for now, and then just the lights here to make sure they're visible, and the lights here. Also going to lock the cockpit door. That'd be a good one. Alright, so now we're going to contact the VATSIM controller, and I'll turn the brightness up of these screens as well, just to make sure we can all see. Good, good. Get them turned up as well. Alright, I'm going to contact the VATSIM controller now, so I'll reconnect to vPilot. I did turn it off. We'll see what frequency we need to be on. Might already be on it. Give it a second to load up here.
Control, Beeline 112.
Yep, we're on the correct frequency. So now I'm just going to check the ATIS details.
Calm, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
So we've got information kilo.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 right, Beeline 112.
25 right for departure, that's good, that's what we're on. 1023 we've already set. And information kilo, all good, all good. Okay, I'm just going to check what parking stand we're at.
Lufthansa 1712, Brussels Control, identified flight level 248.
Okay, I believe we are 230.
Correction 330.
1, 2, 3,
Lufthansa
4,
1712,
5.
flight level 330 will be final level today.
228. Yeah, we're in, I think, stand 228. We'll see, we'll see. He'll be able to tell us for definite. Okay. The vaccine controller, yeah, VATSIM controller. Right, okay, we can't start the engines yet, we need permission.
To reach flight level 250 over Mcdu, report descending.
I'll turn the weather radar to system 2 for now though, and I'm also going to turn this back to arc there, so we've got that view.
EC255, taxi to holding point Bravo 1 via the inner QNH 1023.
228.
That's for UT255. UT255 affirm via the inner
Just wait for a space and then we'll
QNH
contact him.
1023.
Via the inner Bravo 1 QNH 1023 for UT255.
Beeline 112 identified on departure passing 2,200 feet, climb flight level 24, correction 220. Climb to flight level 220, Beeline 112. ASUS control, EZ775, descending flight level 250. EZ775, Brussels control, roger.
Brussels control, good evening. Beeline 24 Tango, currently in stand 228 on the ground at Brussels. Have information kilo on board, type A32N, requesting IFR clearance to London City as filed.
Beeline 24 Tango, Brussels control, good evening. Clear to London City, Helen 7 Charlie, departure runway 25 right. Initial climb out flight level 60, squawk 7157.
Cleared to London City via Helen 7 Charlie departure, initial climb 6000, runway 25 right, and squawk 7157, Beeline 24 Tango.
Beeline 25 Tango, initial climb flight level 60, rest of the readback was correct.
Initial climb flight level 60, Beeline 24 Tango. What did I say? 50. Interesting. Okay, I just pressed up then instead of down. We'll see. It used to tell you. I changed the settings though, so we're just guessing now. Okay, let's get the squawk code in. So, as you can see here, it's currently set to squawk 7000. We need to change that, so we're going to clear it, and then we're going to go 7157 as he told us. We're then going to turn it on. Okay, and then I'm going to turn that to TA and RA, and then that's that. That's sorted. Okay, we don't need to touch these.
Lufthansa 1170, Brussels control identified.
Everything else is in. So he told me 6000. I've entered that. I've already got the local altimeter, which is 1023. You can see there. Okay, we've already entered the departure, and we know we're going off runway 25 right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the jetway, and I'm going to connect the tug. And then I'm going to contact him and tell him that I'm ready for push and start. There's a Chewy jet over there. Nice. I'm glad to hear you glued, Grant. I'm sure I said 6000. I thought I did. Never mind. Right, okay. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to look at the top here. I'm going to turn on the beacon because I'm going to be starting the engines.
Ryanair 6 uniform, Brussels control.
So you can see the beacons are on now. Alright. I'll wait for him again.
131, descent flight level 280. Descent flight level 280, Ryanair 131.
Beeline 24 Tango requesting push and start.
Beeline 24 Tango, push and start approved facing east.
Push and start approved face east, Beeline 24 Tango. Okay, let's do it, let's do it. So we're going to go, obviously, parking brake off, which is down here. This is the parking brake.
Control, information Lima now current at Brussels, QNH 1023.
Okay, information Lima current, that's fine. Tug speed, let's go.
255, wind calm, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, while we're doing that,
255 clear for takeoff, 255.
we're going to start the engine. So, starter to start, engine 2 on, engine 1 on. You can see the numbers start to change here, that's what we want. You can hear it starting up.
Ryanair 6 uniform, Brussels control.
And we'll just line up with the taxiway here. That'll do us.
Beeline 112, continue climb flight level 310, direct
parking brake
Charlie
on.
Mike Bravo.
And push back. Okay, let's check these numbers again. So we're waiting these to get to 19. Once it says 19 available, just leave it as it is.
Easy 31 Tango, descend flight level 290.
Allow the numbers to stabilise. Available disappears. Happy days. Right, we're now happy, so we'll set this back to normal mode.
122.8, be advised your number 1,
and then at the top, we can turn the APU off, so we no longer need that.
Roger, and going to uniform 122.8, Easy 31 Tango, radar service terminated, switch to Unicom, your number 2 behind an air correction behind a Boeing 738, same destination,
the pushback helper.
Over to Unicom,
is
Ryanair 738 for
this has disappeared a bit. There was information here. It's available on flightsim.to. There we go. Ambitious pilots, pushback helper, available for free on flightsim.to. I highly recommend it. It's very good. If not, you can use the one on the electronic flight bag. This pushback here.
Can I take a higher altitude? Speedbird 185.
Okay, so we're now ready to taxi. So we're going to go taxi lights on.
Level, you'll have to descend again. Okay.
Just a runway turn off came on there. And then the nose lights to taxi.
Turkish 9 Romeo Whiskey Brussels control identified flight level 221. Continue climb flight level 350 direct.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a really good add-on. It's one of the better, freely available, complete game changers.
6 uniform, Brussels control. Do you read? Ryanair 6 uniform with you.
Okay, we're going to get our
gonna
get our taxi information from him shortly.
Shall we descend 250 now or when ready? We're still away a bit from the top of descent. Ryanair 6 uniform, descend now, flight
we're currently sat on Sierra, so let's just have a look.
250, 6 uniform.
Load up the charts.
Ryanair 6 uniform for separation, turn right, heading 130. Right, heading 130, descend 250.
So I can show you guys what I'm seeing on Navigraph.
Countdown 1170, request flight level 330.
There we go.
Countdown 1170, continue climb flight level 330, direct Pontus. Continue climb flight level 330 and direct for Lufthansa 1.
Okay, so that's what I'm looking at the moment. We're here, currently on Sierra. Brussels Control, Beeline 24 Tango, ready for taxi.
Beeline 24 Tango, taxi to holding point Bravo 1 by Romeo 4, outers QNH 1023.
Via Romeo 4. Taxi holding point Bravo 1 via Romeo 4 outer and QNH 1023. Beeline 24 Tango.
Lufthansa 108,
Yeah.
contact Langenreder.
He said Romeo 4, so yeah.
275.
123.
Not sure where Romeo 4 is, let's have a quick look. On parking stand, so Sierra. Is this Romeo 4? Ah, there's Romeo 4, so he thinks we're on that side. We're on Sierra. He thinks we're there.
BT 255, radar service terminated.
I'm just going to go straight through to the outer. Hey James, how's it going, mate?
Bye-bye.
Interesting. We'll just go straight over to the outer then. Let's go. Parking brake off. Throttle up slightly. Okay, now what you can see here is a little takeoff checklist that's appeared. Okay, these are things that we've got to achieve. It's very bright here today. So first of all, what I am going to do is, as you can see there, I can arm the spoilers and set the flaps to take off. So I'll do that now. Spoilers armed, all I do is pull that up and then set flaps to 1 because I set 1 on the MCDU. Okay, we need to get to the outer. So you can see that's now disappeared where it says flaps take off and spoilers armed. That's now disappeared, the little blue bit. Okay, we're on the outer now. Just show you where we are. There it is. So outer 7 now, we're going to Bravo 1, which is this one here. Okay, we're going to have to hold here. Okay, this is the hold point. Alright, in that time then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set
uniform, proceed, correction, resume on navigation,
auto brake to max and check that the cabin's okay. So we'll check the cabin now by pressing all.
Nivno, please confirm. Eva.
And I'll set the auto brake last, and then I'm going to set predictive wind shear. Okay, we're at Bravo 1.
112, contact.
In fact, no, we're not. That's an inner holding, so we'll go a little bit further. Bravo 1's just ahead there.
Brussels, hello, this is KLM 1964.
KLM 1964, Brussels Control, identified flight level 360, proceed direct Brussels.
Okay, while I'm here at the hold point, I'm going to do the final pieces that I need. Auto brake, parking brake on.
112, contact Brest Control, 125.5.
Okay. So I don't need to see the APU screen anymore because that's gone. So we'll click on engine there. Alright, auto brake to max. Auto brake max. Cabin check. I have already done it, but we'll do it again. Predictive wind shear is on. Okay, and now it says takeoff config test. So to take off config test, I press TO config. Then it says normal. We're good to go.
Contact Langenreder 123.275.
That's everything. We're good.
Login 123.275.
Now I just need to contact him to say we're ready. Beeline 24 Tango held Bravo 1.
Beeline 24 Tango, wind 290 degrees, 5 knots, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25 right, Beeline 24 Tango. Okay, so here we go. Parking brake off, and we'll go forwards. Line up on the runway. Now it's important to note, if you press the brake now, the auto brake may engage. It's done that before on me, so we don't want that. Just a final check. Check your altitude's correct and check your speed's correct, because after we take off, we're going to hit autopilot. Okay, so just have a look, make sure it's the correct speed, make sure it's the correct altitude. And here we go. So we're on the runway, so we're going to push the throttle up, climb position, give it a few seconds, and then to the next one, which is flex to temp. You can just go all the way to Toga, which is takeoff go around position. However, we set the flex to temp information in. That's why we're flex to temp. Here we go. Looking down here for the little purple arrow, there it is. That's our takeoff speed and rotate. Off the ground, gear up. Staying off the autopilot for a moment, that's a little too much of a sharp turn for me. And autopilot on. Now what you're looking for is this to say climb, and also your speed to hit S. Beeline 24 Tango, passing 1,600. Okay, lever climb, so lever down to climb. So that is the throttle's now down to climb. Looking for the speed to hit S to take the flaps up. Brussels control, beeline 24 Tango, passing 2,700. Okay, we've hit S, so flaps up. Apologies there, we got frequency change. Beeline 24 Tango, passing 3,200.
Beeline 24 Tango, Brussels control identified on departure passing 3,200 feet. Continue climb flight level 220.
Flight level 220, beeline 24 Tango. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, I must have pressed something.
1712.
We changed frequency.
Reach flight level 250 by Nipnik.
Okay, so we're in the air now. You can see it's heading to 250, which is automatically gone in. It's taken control of the speed itself, which is fine. I'll leave it to do that. Okay. To change the speed manually, you can literally press down like that, and then you can control the speed there, like that.
1700, Brussels control, do you read?
Okay, so now I don't need the speed brake armed, so I'm going to disarm that. That's now down. Leave the seatbelt sign on until 10,000. No worries, Grant. Catch you next time, buddy. Good to see you again, mate. Okay, I just realised I did forget. Alright, I did forget because I was panicking. I didn't put on the landing lights or the strobe, so they should be on. And the strobe should be on as well. Alright. Now you hold them on until 10,000. We're going up to 22,000. So if I hit 22,000 on there, press down, and away we go. Up to 22,000. So the lights will, the landing lights and all the taxi lights will stay on until 10,000. Same with the seatbelts. Seatbelts come off at 10,000 as well. They should have gone on just before we entered the runway. That's my mistake. Here we go though, well on our way towards London City.
Continue climb flight level 370 direct Mcdu, Mike Alpha Tango Uniform Golf. Continue climb 370 and direct Mcdu, Emirates Officer.
Okay, we may have a controller over London, I can't tell you just yet. We'll see as we get along. Show you the flight as we're doing it at the moment though, so we're out.
Tango, proceed direct Gigabyte, Kilo Echo Golf India Tango.
Direct Gigabyte, 24 Tango. Okay, so we need to go direct. He's told us we're going direct, so all we do, press direct, that button there, and then select the waypoint we want to go direct to, which is Gigabyte. Let's put the one below in. So clear that. Just erase Gigabyte. I'm not sure why that's not quite lining up there. Interesting, but there you go, you see it in there now, and then you just click direct. That will now change a little bit, take the flight plan to the left towards Gigabyte. and then it lines us up. Okay, let's have a look then. Alright, so we're now flying, we're bypassing Helen, we're bypassing Costa, we're going direct to Keegit there, okay? So we're going to Keegit, and then we're going to make our way in towards London City. It's a short hop, very short hop indeed. Tosva, we need to start descending. So let's get rid of these airport info ones for Brussels now, and let's get the ones for London City. We're going to be landing runway 09 apparently. That may need to change. We'll stay 09 for now. Get all the airport information in. Very small airport, as you can see. So 09's that way. I'm going to change that. We're not going to land 09, we're going to land 27. So let's try and see what's available.
KLM 1700, continue descent flight level 250. Descent to 250 for KLM 1700. Lufthansa 1712, contact landing radar 123.275. 123.275.
Okay. Just need to quickly have a look.
Lufthansa 968, Brussels control identified. Continue climb flight level 370.
Sumu 1 Charlie should put us on runway 27. Yeah, it says 27 there.
Direct,
ILS 27, yeah. So we should be alright. I don't know why it's showing up on Navigraph as 09. But never mind. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the RadNav. Yeah, that's now changed. 11915. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, what I can do from here, so we're climbing to 22,000 now, we're past 10,000, so we'll go lights off, retracted, nose lights off, runway turn off, and seatbelts off as well. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm going to set the auto brake to medium for landing, we'll set that early on. And then I'm also going to enter the arrival information, so go to Perth, next phase, next phase, next phase, and then we're going to enter this information here. So we look at it from here, London City, 1022, 1022, temperature is 19 degrees, mag and wind there, 220 at 8, so 220 at 8. Transition altitude normally around 6,000 for London, so we'll get that in as 6,000. We'll keep the VAP as it is. Right, this information I need to get off the actual approach chart for the runway. And looking at it here, it's around 600. So I'm just going to enter 600 in the Barrow and leave that as is. Plug in set in progress. Okay, now you just go back to this phase. Do not click activate approach phase yet.
Good evening. Good evening, Delta. From Micro Foxtrot information Lima.
And we'll see how we do with that.
To Echo Golf Charlie Charlie.
Evening, Andy. Yeah, we are going to be pretty light for landing, hopefully.
Initial climb out flight level 60, squawk 7127. Delta, Alpha Micro Foxtrot clip to Manchester via the Denut 7 Charlie departure, runway 2.5, initial climb altitude 6,000 feet, squawk 7127.
Gross weight 64 tons.
The rest of the readback was correct.
Not that light after all.
Correct, flight level 60 Delta.
We'll see how we do. The problem is, the CRJ, I still can't update it. Because I bought from Just Flight.
24 Tango, check altimeter and verify level.
Yeah, apologies, altimeter now set to standard. Okay, so that should try and climb now. It's just telling us that we're below our altitude. Evening Lions Den, how's it going, mate? Okay, that's another point. Once you get past the transition altitude, don't forget to set to standard. There we go.
Beeline 24 Tango, contact London Control 13, correction 127.1.
127.1, Beeline 24 Tango, thanks for the cover.
Tango, zero navigation GV373 denormal.
Sky is 4095 for Zuma navigation, direct Elmos. Gigabyte 224, climb flight level 360.
Conor flight 360, 224.
London Control, good evening, Beeline 24 Tango, flight level 220.
Beeline 24 Tango, London Control, hello, Summon 1 Charlie arrival.
Summon 1 Charlie arrival, Beeline 24 Tango.
London Control, good evening. World Express 56.
Excellent. So it's as we've put in the Summon 1 Charlie arrival, which is good. We don't need to change anything.
London Control, hello, report your position.
World Express 56. We're currently at flight level 300, 2 nautical miles north of waypoint Ravelo.
Yes, there you are. I don't cover you, Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
122 just night, World Express 56.
Gigabyte 224, can you just please repeat what I'm in down for?
Route direct tempo.
Tempo speaker 224.
Okay, so pretty soon he should be descending us for this arrival into London City. We'll see how we do. ATSU lines, Dan. ATSU. Oh, the buttons are they're a bit out at the moment. I don't know why it's dropped down, but yeah, everything in there is ATSU. And this is where we've entered the perf weight imbalance. I don't know why this has dropped down so much, but the buttons are misaligned right now.
DC7 Echo Charlie, I'm not sure what you're doing. You need to be following your route, please. Turn left, heading 120 degrees.
Yeah, we have slight issue. We're now turning left for EVs, 120 degrees, easy temperature.
Thank you. Future, if you have an issue, you need to tell me, please.
Roger.
You shuttle A take Papa to sound flight level 200.
Sound flight level 200, shuttle A take Papa.
Okay, we can increase the speed now. Should have done before anyway. We'll take it up to 300. We'll go a little bit more. 310 if we can.
Hello, I don't cover you for now. Unicom 122.8.
Okay, roughly 20 minutes to half an hour to go till we're landing in London.
126.825.
126.825 for Speedbird 650. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Speedbird 224, you were instructed direct tempo. If you're given an instruction, you need to follow it, please. Turn right, heading 340 degrees.
340 degrees, Speedbird 224.
Scan is 4095, nothing further. Unicom 122 decimal 8, goodbye. EC7 Echo Charlie, resume navigation, direct Rockby, descend flight level 200.
Direct Rockby and descend 200, EC7 Echo Charlie.
Correction, EC73 Lima Romeo, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, thank you very much, show service 73 Lima Romeo, bye.
Okay, so it won't be long until we are descending into London. I'll get the speed up a little bit more.
EC7 Echo Charlie, fly heading 140 degrees.
Heading 140, EC7 Echo Charlie.
Speedbird 815, descend flight level 160, level Sabre.
160, level Sabre, Speedbird 815.
Okay, so this is going to be a short landing on this one. Into London City, very tight runway.
Just late Papa, descend flight level 150. Level
small airport, but it'll be alright.
Descend flight level 150, level SOTA, CZ.
We're not scared.
EC7 Echo Charlie, descend flight level 150, level of beam Bombo.
Descend 150 by Bombo, EC7 Echo Charlie.
Line 24 Tango, when ready, descend flight level 90, level Jacko.
Flight level 90 by Jacko, beeline 24 Tango. Okay, so let's just have a quick look. So we've got to be 90 by Jacko. There's something we can do to work this out. We go to the calculator here. Current altitude.
Just to confirm, would you like us to direct it?
22,000.
No. Roger.
9,000 there. Okay. Vertical speed. I'm going to do is 2,200.
And on flight level 130.
A minute, so 38 miles before Jacko. See that there? 38 miles before Jacko we need to descend. So now we just need to work out how far away Jacko is. Less than 38 miles. So we need to descend now, basically. We're going to bring the speed down. And then we're going to get down to 9,000. If we can. Okay, I'm just going to enter vertical speed instead to make it a bit quicker. Minus 2,500 to get us down quickly. Let's see if that will make a difference. 32. Okay, we're going to have to do it about 3,000 feet per minute, I think. Yeah, to make this, because we're only about 27 miles away. 28 miles. So minus 3,000 feet per minute descent. Andy, I've not put it on for this one just because of how short the flight is. I can throw it on quickly. Let's get it open, shall we? We're going to London City, mate. So departure was Brussels, and we're going EGLC. Call sign is Beeline 24 Tango. And there it is. Yeah, I just didn't put it on because it's such a short hop. I didn't really think about it, but never mind. Okay, so we've got a fast descent right here. I'm going to put the seatbelt sign on.
Easy 7 Echo Charlie, descend flight level 80.
He descended us a little bit late, to be honest. But we're going to be down by Jacko, hopefully.
Recent navigation, direct Trent, speed 224. Easy 331, resume navigation, direct Rattler. Landing control, good evening, Golf through to the winds here, on the ground of plans, mind the right frequency here. No, you can go to Unicorn 122.1. Cheers, thank you, Unicorn Mcd. Easy 331, resume navigation, direct Rattler, flying flight level 290.
Okay, we need to reduce the speed. So I'm going to drop the speed to 250 there and put on some speed brake as well to ensure that we do lose some speed.
And climb flight level 290.
Climb 290.
Air brakes are full at the moment.
15 descend flight level 80.
2780, speed at flight.
Speed brakes there.
Shuttle 80 Papa, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, shuttle 80 Papa.
Just want to maintain that 3,000 feet per minute descent.
Beeline 24 Tango, nothing further, Unicorn 122.8 to go.
122.8, thanks for the cover, bye bye. Okay, so there's no one on at London Control, so for us, so that's us now over to Unicom. We're just flying our own descent here. Into London City, which is fine. Okay, the interception altitude is 2,000, so once we've gone down to Jacko, the next one to go for is 2,000. I mean, we'll go down via this. Look at 6,000, just below 5,000 or so. Okay, I'm going to start getting the lights on because we are approaching 10,000 now. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, Andy. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to drop it down early, so I'll drop it to about 4,000 when we're at Gapgi, around there. And we'll see how it goes. So you can see these constraints here, you press that button, that tells you the altitude you want to be at, roughly. And 2,000 is for the intercept for the ILS, so we want to make sure we don't miss that. Down to 9,000, I'm going to take up the speed brake, allow the aircraft to just maintain. We'll hold 9,000 here. Don't need approach phase just yet. We're going to have 6,000 as the transition altitude. Have a look out the window at the wind farms. Lovely. In relation to the actual map, let's have a look. Get rid of that star overview. And we'll go world map. I'll put this on so you can see what we're actually doing here. So we've just flown past that now. So now we're heading to intercept the ILS. We're going to be heading basically out here. You see the route we're taking down here. Out here making a series of turns to line us up with London City, runway 27. And then we'll just come straight in through the River Thames here. Should be a good view. Okay, speed now needs to be lower, so we're going to go down to 210. Apply a little bit of speed brake there. I'm going to go over to manage speed, aim for the donut. Going to maintain 9,000 out here. Still quite far away. Okay, I don't know why that's just... It changed its mind, decided it was going to increase the speed, so we'll change that. Get the speed down to 210 as per the arrivals chart. Should get some nice views of London City on the approach now. As we get lower and start to make our way towards the Thames. Going to be a hard right turn soon. You can see here we're just going to turn right and go straight up the River Thames into London City. I'm going to go flaps 1 there. Just because of the speed we're going at. Below 220 I like to be at flaps 1. Okay, so you see I pressed LS there, which is basically the localizer, okay, and all that's doing is it brings up these dots which then show the magenta diamonds and the triangles once we get a bit closer. It's not going to show up yet, but it will do once we get a little bit closer. Okay, I'm going to descend it a little bit more to 6,000. In an open descent there, allow it to do its thing. Speed's very slow on this approach. It's because you're flying into the city, they don't want you flying too fast, clearly. Okay, so you can see the Thames mouth there. And we're going to basically take a right turn very soon and head straight up that. Airport down there, not sure what that one is. Let's have a quick look. Manston, that's RAF Manston down there. Could be Kent Airport as well. One of the first airports that actually, it was in World War I they used to fly out of Manston. I believe. I may have just made that up. I might be thinking of Marham. All the same to me, these places in the south. Sharp right turn coming up. Okay, because we're not on VATSIM, I am going to increase the speed. I'm going to be that guy. Get us in there a little bit quicker. Here's the right turn. This will actually pretty much line us up. Let's have a look. So once we make the left, we're basically going to go back on ourselves a little bit here. Once we make the left, we'll actually probably be able to pick up the ILS around about there. I'm going to do a direct RAVSA to stop these turns going. Okay, there we go. And we need to go to local altimeter now as well, which is 1022. It was reminding me down there saying standard. Oh, come on, just get to that altitude, will you? Screaming at me. Okay, so Ravga is about 40 miles from landing, so we'll start to slow down again at Ravga. And we'll look to descend now down to 3,000. Here we go then, into London City, starting the descent. Coming in via the Thames mouth. This is the Thames in front of us, you can see disappearing into the distance. Getting a bit of wind there. So we're going to hit RAVSA quite fast. And then we're going to look to slow down. 2,000 for the intercept. I'll make sure I'm down to the correct altitude for that. Oh, right turn, not sure why. Really wants to hit Ravga. Oh, come on. Okay, director's having issues at the moment, clearly. So we'll get a turn in, left turn. This happened yesterday as well. We'll get to Gabgi, and then we'll go on. Once we've got to Gabgi, we'll go on heading. Start slowing it down though. Doing big donuts here that we shouldn't be doing. Okay, we'll just go to heading mode to make things a little bit easier. And then we'll intercept the ILS once it appears. Okay, we are getting pretty close to the airport now, so I'm going to slow it down again. 220, allow it to go down, and then we'll go to flaps 1. So apologies about that little donut we've just done around Ravgun. Absolutely unnecessary. Not sure why it's been doing that recently. Problem with Direct 2, obviously. We're going to go flaps 1. So I'm keeping an eye on this now because we are going to fly along that with headings. Do my best to line up the two lines to make sure we're on the correct heading. Okay, ILS has come up, so I don't need to do that anymore. All I'm going to do is once we get into this line, I'm going to hit lock, so we'll go into the ILS. Once this moves, I'll hit lock, and that'll intercept the localizer. So we'll see this pink line moving in a second. There it is, hit lock. That should confirm in a second whether we're on it or not. If that goes green, we're on it. If not, we're in trouble. Okay, we're on it. Happy days. Right, now I can click approach. And we do need to be down to 2,000, so I'll get that now. Now what we're looking for is the glide slope appearing on the right hand side. And we're going to bring this speed down a bit. Go to managed. It's done it again. It's tried to kill me. Okay, we'll activate the approach phase then. So perf, activate approach phase, confirm. It's just telling us we're over speed here. Let's try and manage again now we've hit approach phase. That might be okay now. There we go, it's coming down. Coming down. Okay. About 20 miles, just less than, to London City. There's the glide slope appearing there. Okay, we're intercepting at 2,000. We're going to hold at 2,000 on the approach. We're on the lock. Once it's on the glide slope, I'm going to take autopilot off and I'll fly in manually. Quite far out still at the moment. Okay, now we've got the landing checklist to come up. Okay, so first thing is spoilers armed. I'll do that now. Flaps are nearly full, they're not going to be full just yet. We'll do that a bit later on. Same with landing gear, once we go full we'll go gear down and then we'll also check the cabin. Okay, another level of flaps there. So we're on flaps 3. We are going to use full flaps for this one. Just going to change the VAP back to 135, make it nice and slow. Just because of how small London City is. See what we got ahead.
London traffic, Delta Golf Golf Alpha 7, line up and take off, runway 27.
Docklands. London City traffic on the glide slope now, runway 27, 15 miles to go.
In this case, Delta Golf Golf Alpha 7, continue holding short runway 27.
You can do it if you're quick.
I got the DC-6, it's a big old lady and pretty lame, so I'm waiting for your landing.
Okay, see you on the ground.
Hope so, wish you a nice landing.
London City traffic, beeline 24 Tango, 10 miles to go on final. Okay, so that's the 10-mile point, roughly where the airport is. You can just see the London skyline coming into view, and you can see the airport there itself as well. Not quite near the glide slope yet, it is coming. We'll get some views though as we do come in. Some docklands, and soon enough we might see the Thames Barrier. There it is. Millennium Dome there as well. London City ahead. This is very slow. We need to be slow for this one though. Okay, we're going to go gear down. We're just going to check the cabin as well.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Landing gear down. I'm not going to go full flaps just yet. And full flaps now. That's us going down to VAP speed. London City traffic, beeline 24 Tango, 5 trap miles on final.
Traffic, speedbird 650 on the glide slope. Runway 26 left.
Okay, we could have intercepted this a lot further back at a higher altitude, but never mind. It'll come down soon enough. It's going to be a sharp descent. As I see it moving, I'll take the autopilot off and I'll fly it down manually. There is an aircraft waiting for us. It is a sharp one into London City, so here we go. We'll here comes the glide slope. And it's got it. Down we go. I'll let it take the nose down slightly and glide slope off. So autopilot off there. We're now going down, diving with the glide slope. London City traffic, beeline 24 Tango, 2 miles to go. Flaps are full, gear are down, the cabin's ready, we're diving into London City. Here we go, in an A320 Neo. Don't want to get too low.
City, Delta Golf Alpha 7, after landing on Bravo Tango, line up and take off runway 27.
Everything's ready. A little too low there.
100 above. 500. Minimum.
A little too low on the approach.
400.
Here we go.
300.
It's going to be a short stop.
200.
Going to be a hard London.
30, 20, 10, 5.
Reverse thrust is on. Gonna have to brake. They're gonna be hot brakes. Okay, I've missed that turn. Welcome to London City, everyone.
Nice landing, Cap.
Thank you very much, sir.
London City, Delta Golf Alpha 7, line up and take off runway 27, climbing for 3,000 feet. Departure via Charlie Lima, November 7 Tango.
Beeline 24 Tango, clear of runway 27. London City traffic.
Thank you, have a nice day, bye bye.
Enjoy your flight, buddy.
I will do.
Eco traffic, speedbird 17 Golf.
Okay.
279.
We just about made it. Welcome to London City, everyone. Okay, all I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick the APU back on. So APU bleed on, master on, and start. I'll get these landing lights off, and we don't need the strobe on at the moment. We'll watch this guy's takeoff, shall we? He's actually in a DC6, so we can't see that because I've not got the DC6, but yeah, he's going in a DC6. That's the only stream for tonight, guys, so I do hope you enjoyed that one. Landing into London City there. We're just going to taxi to a gate, park up, and watch this guy take off. Thanks a lot, Andy. Glad you enjoyed it. There's the takeoff. Straight towards the city, right, let's
London traffic, Delta Golf Alpha 7, airborne.
let's have a turn in it. Not sure what's going on with those cargo containers. There we go. It's the load distance again. Okay. Welcome to London City, everyone. As I say, I hope you enjoyed that stream. Only a short one tonight. 1 hour, 20 minutes of streaming. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, please don't forget to hit that follow button, guys, and I will catch you next time.